I'm just gonna jump right into it.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining us again. This is the Above the Media podcast. I'm George Floyd.
And I'm Jada Love.
Nikki the Boss.
Zyla, your host. We doing it big. We doing the heavy. TeamATM. Check out Spotify, IG, and Facebook. You already know what it is.
That's right. So let's just get right into it, man. The world is going to shit. What is going on?
Wow, that was kind of frank.
It's kind of frank. You can't have any hairs on your tongue.
Kind of
All right.
frank.
No filter.
We are talking about obviously the riots sparked into American minds because of the murder of George Floyd.
Right.
All right, and we will refer to it as a murder.
I agree.
We're agreeing that it's a murder.
It is a murder.
Yes.
It was a murder, right? And the riots
That's
truly
right.
started when only one cop was accused of the heinous crime, and people lost their shit.
Right.
All right, but like always, and like everything that happens in our great 50 states of America, things aren't always what they seem.
Never is.
Okay.
Yes.
And
that.
And it never will.
In the last episode, we were talking about how coronavirus has affected everybody. Now, this is kind of like another adverse effect of this pandemic. You know, you got a lot of angry people.
Oh yeah.
And angry people equals riots and protesting and stuff. And then you add fuel to the fire by this video going viral of the cop kneeling on the guy and him dying from asphyxia or whatever it may be. And people have had enough.
There's a lot of abuse going on.
There is
We've had enough.
Right.
We've all had enough.
We're tired. We speak for the people, the public.
We speak for the world.
Right, the world.
Right.
The
us
world.
as humans, us as individuals.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We are part of this world, and this is affecting everyone. And it's no coincidence that it happens during a pandemic. That apparently, if you're 6 feet within each other, you catch a virus. But yet, people are protesting and all this. So then it goes back to this whole COVID-19 that we base this whole topic on.
What happened to the virus?
I get it.
So people start
People
start rioting
everything
and protesting, and all of a sudden the virus disappeared.
It just poof.
It's no longer a thing.
Well, actually, people are still aware the virus is out
Yeah,
because
they're
when I
still
was in
aware.
the protest, they had masks. Everybody had masks,
Yeah,
including
of course.
myself. So they know that the virus is
I
out
like
there.
that. Yeah. I like that.
Definitely, that's.
And well, people are conscious. People.
Now, were these people peaceful during these protests?
Yeah,
or?
you went to
Honestly,
where did you go to? New York?
New York City.
Okay, you went to the one in New York
Yes,
City.
New York City.
Was it
That's right,
peaceful
Jada
the whole
Love was
time,
there.
or was it a little bit?
Representing above the
I will
media.
say
Yeah,
that
she was there.
She sure
parts of it was peaceful. And then obviously there's always going to be a crowd that are saying, fuck the police, fuck this, fuck that. But we all have freedom of speech. So I don't judge anybody for saying what they say because it's what they want to say. And we are free to say whatever we want to say.
And people are angry.
And that's it. And they got to take it.
And people are
People
angry.
got to
People
just
gonna
take
say
it.
stuff.
That's it. They can't do nothing
Did you
about it.
see
Just
any
take
cops join the march with you guys?
They were
or
walking
kneeling?
with us.
Yeah?
They were
All
walking
right.
with us.
Wow.
They had ropes in their
Look at that.
on their side on their belt, and they had sticks in their hand. They were ready for us.
Make sure.
Yeah, they were
everything is
ready for
calm.
us. And I was flashing those posters at them. I was showing them because I wanted
She
them
was
to see.
representing
Yes.
TeamATM.
Yes,
Yes.
she was.
In support of
representing
George Floyd.
That
George
Black
Floyd's,
Lives Matter,
family.
all lives matter.
That's right.
We
All
just-
lives matter.
Right.
Black lives matter, and
We want to represent love. That's what we represent.
we want to be the
Peace.
voice of the world, so that the world knows
Peace.
that we are supporting everyone.
Right.
Everyone in the world
Right.
that
Bring
are going
peace,
through this
love,
right now
and
with no
happiness.
justice.
You guys, I gotta
We
tell
wanna-
you this.
Get justice. That's what we want.
that's
It's
what it
justice.
is.
Justice is what people
Yes.
want.
Yes, that's what we want.
Justice.
That's it.
People want-
We're tired of letting these cops just say no, we didn't do anything, and then they get away with it.
Hell, I'm even
No,
with,
we're tired of that.
I'm even with the cops even being treated wrong. Cops within cops are being treated wrong.
Yeah, because there are good
Where's
cops.
justice with corruption within the corruption of the
there are
justice
good
system.
cops. There are
Let
good
me
cops.
just say,
So
I feel sorry for the good cops.
Yeah, of
the
course.
good cops
They're in a fucked up
are
situation.
being punished for the bad cops.
They're in a
Right.
fucked
They're
up
being
situation.
punished, and it's
Sad.
wrong because my cousin Nelson is a cop,
Right.
NYPD
That's right.
cop.
That's right. So you
And
represent
that worries
right.
me because he's a
Yeah.
great person. I love
Right.
him to death.
So
Not
he's
just because
stuck-
he's my cousin, but because he really is a great person.
Right.
So he's stuck in a position
And
where
he
he has
has
to
to be
either
right.
follow orders
Exactly.
or do something that might not go against his moral capacity or whatever it may be, you know?
Or he
Because-
may be looked at as a bad cop.
Because
but
you gotta
know,
understand,
like,
at the
And
end
all
of the
we
day-
can do is pray for the good cops.
Yeah, because
That
at the end
they're
of the day,
saving-
the cops have to follow orders.
they do.
You
There's
understand?
protocols.
Let's really be honest.
Yeah.
They have families to feed too.
That's right.
Okay?
Yep.
So
It's
if
their job. They're doing
if
it.
case in
Yes.
point, you send a bunch of untrained people to handle riots or an angry mob,
Right.
and they don't have the necessary tools to handle that kind of capacity of people. And I don't mean tools as in physical tools. I mean tools as in mental tools.
Right.
You know, they don't possess the type of gumption that's necessary to have somebody spit, yell, scream in your face, and you just hold it down straight because you're not there to hurt them. You're there to keep the peace.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
That's difficult.
That's interesting.
It is.
That's not something that's easy to do. And then you combine that with angry people who are itching to get physical. Okay? Because maybe to us not personally, but there are people where the police brutality has personally affected their lives, and some it has ruined their lives. Okay? And let's be honest, I'm not sure who I read it from online. I think it was Will Smith. He said racism isn't growing in America, it's just being filmed.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's always been there.
Exactly.
It's always been there.
In the background, right?
It's always been there, you know? We can blame this group or that group or this president or that president.
Right.
And at the end of the freaking day,
Yeah.
everything that is happening and everything that people are going against has only done one thing, and it's opened people's eyes to what's really happening in America, to a systematic destruction of the black community. Let's be honest.
And not for nothing,
Everybody has heard of Black Wall Street.
this is also a good way to utilize technology. Because now remember, there is good to it and then there's bad to it as well. Because now, are you one of those people that are just going to film and do nothing
That's
at the
the
same
problem.
time as well?
When I see
You
people
understand,
filming
yeah.
and they're not doing anything, like, dude, like, I saw this, you know, and
And
that's
you
not the
understand,
person.
but again, this is where
I
I
know
go
that they're
with the
probably
paychecks.
scared.
This is where I
You
go
know,
again.
they're just filming and they're scared. You know, they don't want to do something because they think the cop's going to shoot them.
Which
But honestly,
which is
I
happening.
wouldn't be the person filming. I'll be the person trying to break their neck so that they can get off of George Floyd.
Yo, Jada's
Like,
a
get
man.
off of him. Get the
She
fuck
will
off of him.
break
Fuck the
your
fucking
neck.
phone. I'm not filming. I
Yeah.
want to fucking break your neck, fucking asshole. And the fucking team, your whole team is going to have to take me down because I'm going to try to get to you so
Right.
you can get off of George Floyd. Get the fuck off of him.
And that's just the way that goes.
That's it. Get off of him.
They would have killed him if someone intervened.
That shit pisses me
Yeah,
off when
you
I
know
see
what?
people
Yeah.
filming.
She
How many
feels
videos
that
have
as
you
a
seen?
Fight
mother.
to get him off.
She's expressing as a mom. You gotta
Yeah.
understand, you are men,
A mother.
okay? But us as a mother, we birthed that baby. That was inside of
A
us.
mother.
Do you understand? So she is expressing herself as a mother, and for her to receive backlash just for posting on Instagram, it's like,
Yeah.
really? That's how ignorant you are? Because
Yeah,
at the end of the day, she's talking about a human.
Yep.
It doesn't matter
Yep.
what happened, the situation. Nobody deserves to die like that.
You're
Why
right.
couldn't you tase him? Why couldn't you mace him?
Right.
Why couldn't a different situation
Some
happen?
type
The
of
man
other
was
subdued,
handcuffed
like
on
you
the
could
floor
subdue
saying
him.
he couldn't breathe. He was losing his breath, and that man just kept pressing on him harder and harder.
You know,
And God only knows what that autopsy really said. Those reports of the autopsy.
You're right.
Only
Because
God
they
knows.
I think I
Because
read
they wouldn't want to
somewhere.
tell us the whole
Hold on.
whole thing because they know
think
how
I read
angry
somewhere.
the more and more angry we'll get just
Yeah.
to hear the more information about
Yeah,
those.
I think I read somewhere. It's opening a nasty perspective to people. You see,
Right.
you know, racism
Mhm.
in America has always been a one-way street.
Well, I hear that it's not taught, not learned. Like it's it's just taught, not
Okay.
like born racism. Like,
I've always seen that racism is usually felt by a specific group, and it's felt very directly. You know, black guy walks into a white retail store and instantly he's being watched when he walked in. Okay.
Why is this like
Watched or even follow.
conditioning even in those
Now,
hands? No
me
shit.
personally, I've never been in a situation where an officer of the law
Terrible.
got too out of hand with me.
Right.
I have been in situations where the officer was getting kind of crazy, and you know, you kind of had to like slow your roll because you kind of saw where it was going.
Right.
But never in a situation like that. My experience personally with racism in this country is that I get to see a lot of fakeness. I get to see a lot of things that I really don't like. For example, while a black person walks into somewhere and instantly the racism is there.
Right there.
You see, it's instant. You see it, right?
Right.
Me, Puerto Rican guy who looks white as fuck. Okay? Yeah, I look white. Right? We can all agree on that.
It depends on where you go.
Yeah.
You know, because
But
you know, I get that too.
for the most part, I don't tan. You know,
people think
like a Latino
tan
does.
white.
You know, I don't tan like a Latino does.
Right.
You know, so I look white.
Are you sure?
So I will be in places, and I will develop rapport with everybody and great relationships with everybody I meet. Up until the moment I speak Spanish.
Right. Same here.
Why?
And all of a sudden, it's like everybody I just spent the last 2 hours speaking to, I don't know who these people are.
Right.
What?
Because all of a sudden they switched up. Cause
all of a sudden I'm not.
You speak a different language?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not from here.
I think it also depends on where you go. Because there's people that
well,
want you to speak Spanish.
Just in general, there's places where black people in America have never experienced a single ounce of racism. That's a fact. All right? People can argue and fight this all they want. Look it up. Everyone has a smartphone. Everyone has a computer. Google it. All right? There's tons of places in America where racism is not a thing.
Right.
Okay? And they would never know what to do.
Never.
Coming into a situation.
Wow.
Like you would into an inner city town.
Crazy,
like, per se, Patterson.
Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then, it's apparent everywhere, man.
Okay.
It's apparent everywhere.
Yeah, I believe so. And I feel like, honestly, Xylo should have a moment on speaking of something like this only because, you know what I'm saying? You, as a black man, you can represent something like that and you can speak from your point of view. Just like what Chan said, like us Hispanics, we've had our experiences. So could you share, like, you know, your experiences, where and how it made you feel?
Man.
To be a
Channel
black
fail
person.
here.
Right. Nikki the boss, you know?
We're doing it big, we're doing it heavy. Xylo, your host. About to sound off.
About to sound off. Listen, you know, it's like, it's so deep. It's like, where do I begin? But at the same time, you've heard it all before.
Yeah. It's a never ending
So,
story.
Yes, preach.
So, I mean, personally, I'm just tired of both, you know? Like I said before, I'm tired of playing the black card, and I'm tired of playing the victim. I'm even confused as a person.
That's deep.
So,
That is fucking...
you know, I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to say. I'm even tired of preaching because we've been preaching for over 2,000 years.
Man.
And we still sit here talking about black and light skin and white and Spanish. I'm just tired.
That's right.
Of the lack of change.
Of the lack of change. I don't give a fuck who you are.
Not of the situation, because you can't get tired of that. It's current.
You
It'll
know,
always be current. It's the lack of
You're just
change.
tired of being tired. Yeah.
The
Like,
lack of change.
when we get together and we do this and we do that and okay, well, when are we gonna stop doing this? this shit with our hands and start actually taking action.
I'm just tired of all those racist people out in the world getting
Right.
away with everything that they're doing. I'm
That
tired of
too.
it. And I want
You
justice.
gotta understand, Gina, there's a lot of people who really
I
don't
want
believe
justice.
this
We
exists.
all want justice.
There's people who don't think that racism or cops do this stuff.
Honestly,
I know everyone in this room at least has seen insane videos in the last 2 weeks. Such disgusting videos and such shameful acts by police officers. What has surprised me more is, because now we got to get into the conspiracy of all this, because something about all these riots and all this protesting isn't adding up. All right. I've already seen enough reports where in plenty of towns, before the protests start, random pallets of bricks were just laid out on the street.
I read about that.
What's that about?
How?
I was leaving bait
Who randomly?
to take it and be like, here, go ahead, do what you have
Exactly.
Who
Who randomly leaves
Who knows?
a pallet of bricks at a peaceful protest? Okay?
It's the props.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
That's weird.
Okay? The elite cannot stand that when black people, and I'm going to say it,
Say it.
black people,
Say
that
it.
when black people in America actually get together,
Yeah.
they can successfully do a peaceful protest
That's
can.
right.
and get something done.
We can.
So what do? I've seen videos of white guys out of nowhere paying young black men to cause mayhem at these protests.
I'm not
Okay?
surprised.
Literally
I'm not
handing
I'm
off
not surprised.
money.
I seen
Right.
that too.
I
So
mean,
we have
we are on a spiritual journey
So
as
what-
one, as all,
Right.
right? So
I
it's
seen a
like,
video like that too.
we know this, but
It's
it's
real.
true.
Yeah.
so what we
A
have
lot of people aren't
is
aware of
deep
this.
state
No.
agents, right?
It's like what Chael said. A lot of people don't even realize racism exists.
They don't.
It's a
Right.
real, very apparent thing in this
No,
country.
It's
yeah, it's
people
like
are
weird,
oblivious to this. This
It's
is
weird
why
here.
we as Team ATM, we are trying to raise awareness
Yeah.
to people, to let
Yeah.
them know that
Don't believe
these
everything you're
things do
seeing.
exist, right?
Don't believe everything you're seeing. Black people are successfully
Yeah.
peaceful protesting.
Yeah.
Okay? All the mayhem and all the chaos is being orchestrated,
Yep.
all right? And purposely televised, all right?
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what color destroyed the store or looted the store. The people that are going to get blamed in America are black people.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay? And all this black rights movement and all this stuff is gonna go to hell. Because why? Oh, well, you guys couldn't even perform a peaceful protest.
Right.
Yes, we could.
Mm-hmm.
well, this also goes back to our first episode of COVID-19 Madness about how this is problem, reaction, solution.
Propaganda.
Okay?
It's
At the
propaganda.
end of the day, this is what it is. And yes, we feel for people to have to be sacrificed, because that's what it is, a sacrifice.
Mhm.
They have to be sacrificed for these things to happen, for people to be aware. Okay? And this is why we do have to get in touch with our spiritual self. Okay? Because how can we go out
Strengthen.
there and save the world if we don't save ourselves? We over here protesting and all this, but what about your own home? Well, how is your family life, first of all?
Yeah, how's everything
You
going
know,
at home?
what's going on over there? Are you caring that much about your family? Because remember, COVID-19 also brought about how people aren't getting along with each other.
Yeah.
People are suicidal. Remember, then let's
Right.
get back to suicidal as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay? So what is this riot thing, all riot
it.
things going to cause too? It's going to go back to
More
this
depression.
problem, reaction,
more problems.
solution.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me tell you something. I feel like
We got to wake up, people.
all
wake
the
up.
stories of the New World Order and things switching up is very creepy, because I feel like the elite
Right.
are fanatical about their
Right.
rituals. Okay,
So
they're
are.
fanatical about their rituals, right? And they love rubbing it in people's faces what they're going to do next, with the fact that you can't do shit about it.
That's
Okay.
right.
So the New World Order requires some kind of pandemic,
But wait,
some
let's
kind of social
I'm sorry to cut
revolution.
you off, but let's break it down right there. Why Why can they have this control? Why? Because we are not awakened.
Yeah, we've allowed them to control
We've allowed
us.
them, right. Because, guess what? We are dependent of them.
Right.
Instead of depending on ourselves. How many people wait for Jesus Christ to come save them?
Whole
when
bunch.
you are Jesus Christ, because guess what? I am that I am means I am you, I am you, I am you, I am my birds, I am a cat,
That's
I
right.
am down to this notebook. We are everything in the
That's
world.
right, yep.
And when we realize that, we find inner peace within ourselves. And that's how you can go out there and protest with peace.
Yep.
As we do see people going with peace. But now when you have looters, it goes to show your ignorance in life. It goes to show how awakened you are. And unfortunately, there's more looters than awakened people. And this is why America...
Some of those people were interviewed and they didn't even know why they were there.
Because we need to enlighten this world.
I swear to God, some of those people were interviewed and they didn't even know why they were there.
Wow.
They were asking them, why are you guys here?
Wow.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I swear to God. Okay. So because the fact that so many people at these riots had no clue what they were there rioting about, just exploding and expressing all this energy and all this anger.
Causing havoc.
That's what we're here for, to
Mayhem.
clear up all the mayhem.
Breaking the law.
Because a lot of you people do not want to do your own research.
Do that research.
Mm-hmm.
Enlighten yourself. That's what we're about. We're here to help you enlighten and make it through this world with peace. If you want to see peace, be the peace. You know? How else can you see the peace?
You gotta be the change you wish to see in your world.
Yes.
I like that.
We're leaving it at that. TeamATM. We thank you for listening. Anybody has comments, questions, concern, or if they would like a general topic you would like to see us talk about, let us know.
Suggest something. Ask us something.
Give us something to...
Ask me questions.
You know, if you want advice from us as a team.
Yeah.
Okay? Cause
Ask Zylo, the host, whatever you want. He'll answer.
That's right.
Listen,
I know it.
Y'all already know what it is. TeamATM, reporting to you live. Real, direct. Doing it heavy. In and off, we doing it big. We got Share the Foul.
Yeah.
Share the Love.
Yeah.
Nikki the Boss.
Yeah.
Zylo, your host, we signing out. TeamATM. Good night, good morning, and good evening. Yeah. There you go.
It's official, baby. I always love saying that.